of Broken Rules, Chapter 7, Part 3. Wink chuckled. It was his second decree of the day. Remind her of the 3 rules, Michael. He served himself more peach pie. 1. Gameplay is 24 hours a day. He plopped a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top. 2. All eliminations must occur outdoors. He took a big forkful. And 3. Nothing is to interfere with wedding events. Aunt Christine finished for him. She sipped her wine. Meredith's takedown in no way conflicts with those parameters. There's technically nothing that restricts assassin activity beyond Pakwa property lines. Honey patted my aunt's hand. You're going to make a wonderful commissioner one day. Aunt Christine smiled. Michael bit his lip as he tapped the text back to his sister and let out a deep sigh when she responded. She still doesn't think it's fair, he reported, but Daniel says he'll drop his target off in the annex's mailbox later tonight. He coughed. Lots of angry emojis, too. We laughed. Everyone better watch out, Aunt Julia said. Day 1 isn't even over, and Mare has 2 kills under her belt. She's a threat. Wait, 2? Lily's eyebrows knitted together. I thought Daniel was your first target. You didn't mention anyone else at tubing. There was a beat of silence, my cheeks warming with shame. Why hadn't I told my friends? They were my alliance. Well, I also eliminated Aunt Julia, I said, early this morning. While I was meditating, Aunt Rachel added, definitely to diffuse the tension. I didn't even see her coming and asked her to keep it quiet for a while. She kissed Aunt Julia's cheek. I didn't want to disappoint Julia so soon. Oh, Lily said, so you weren't really on a run with Michael and Whit? I shook my head. But speaking of Whit, Uncle Brad said, he's another one to keep an eye on. He did double duty today, too. He gave us a look. And that move earlier? What move earlier? Lily asked. Kate, as the victim, took it upon herself to explain. And when we were walking home, long past sunset, my dad brought it up again. It was so clever, he said, and the execution was excellent. I wonder if he's working with anyone. He trailed off, and I felt him give me some serious side-eye. I mean, how did he know? How did he know that we were having dinner tonight? My mom laughed. Tom, everyone knew we were having dinner tonight. Okay, he conceded, but what about everything else? How did he know that Kate would be outside and that Uncle Richard's bedroom window was the perfect point of entry? He sucked in a breath through his teeth as we reached the annex. Brad's right, the kid's dangerous. He doesn't like being called kid, I murmured. What was that, Mare? Nothing, I said, then paused. My dad was holding open the screen door for me, but I didn't want to go inside yet, especially when I thought about sleeping in the bunk room alone. It was silent and suffocating. Meredith, I blinked. I'm gonna go out for a while, I said, even though it was nearly midnight, to, hang out. My dad waved his hand across the horizon, his way of saying, do what you will. I was 18. There weren't any farm rules for me anymore. Have fun, my mom said, after I'd checked the mailbox for my noon target. She probably thought I was going to the circle of tents to be with my friends. Eli's nylon condo complex, which was entirely off base. I was going to see a friend, just not one sleeping in a tent. The cabin was dark, the groomsmen definitely still partying in Oak Bluffs with the bridesmaids. Sarah and Michael had left the big house to go meet up with them, but Whit, I headed for the last room in the row, and once I saw light seeping through its blinds, I pulled open the door to see Whit in bed. He was under the covers reading what looked like a travel guide to New Zealand, but it fell from his hands when the door's hinges announced my arrival. Jesus, lady, he said, ever heard of knocking? Apologies, my lord, I said, smiling, but there is no knocking on Pakwa Farm. Then I did a goofy curtsy. Whit laughed and beckoned me over to his bed. This is the second time you've been in my chambers today, he commented when I joined him. He closed the New Zealand book and handed me the ice pack on his nightstand. Come to tend to my wounds? Yes, indeed, I humored him by pressing the pack against his bruise, snorting when he moaned melodramatically. Remember, I told him, your portrait is being painted come the end of this week. Whit smirked. So what's up? More Target talk? I saw the video of you nailing Daniel. I raised an eyebrow. There's the video? He nodded. Your friend Pravika took it, I guess. It's all over Instagram. Hashtag hooray she's a Dupre. Quite. I smiled and shook my head at him. At So Witty 17. What's up? He asked again. The corner of my eyes prickled. I want to tell you something, I said, my voice shaking some, but you have to swear not to tell anyone. Whit was quiet. My heart hammered. Okay? Okay, he nodded and held out his pinky. I swear.